Hi, welcome to my channel. I wanted to do a quick intro, which I have the car, obviously. So there's a happy ending at the end of this, but my car buying process was truly so tumultuous. I mean, it didn't have to be that way because I had higher expectations of getting a car, but it was stressful. This was a journey that I took. And I knew what I was getting myself into, but I didn't know it would be actual hell on earth. Enjoy me being miserable and trying to negotiate a car and failing miserably at it. I think I did okay. But don't tell me to KMS if I did something wrong. Put down in the comments what tactics you use because I feel like nothing worked. I am curling my hair because I could do things to my body if I want to. I am getting ready to go and test drive a vehicle with the intention of buying it. The car dealership industry is like the epitome of, oh, we're gonna swindle you and we're gonna laugh about it when you walk away and drive this car off the lot. I feel like buying a car in 2026, in 2025, is just like, oh, you're gonna get screwed over either way. The negotiation stuff, I'm like, I don't want to do that. Give me the stuff that's on the sticker price of the car and then we won't have f***ing problems. One thing that I did do was apply to get pre-approved. That's one thing a lot of people tell you, because a lot of car dealerships tack on really low interest rates or really high interest rates. They tack on really high interest rates because that's how, they make money, obviously. I'm not officially pre-approved, but I'm going in learning that, I can walk away anytime during the process. There is something going on where it's a 1.9 APR for 60 months, which I'm trying to do 60 months because anything over 60 months is a little bit questionable. And I don't want the 1.9% to go all the way to 3% or something. I want the manufactured based APR promo that they're talking about. I want the low APR. I know I don't speak about brands on this channel a lot of the times, but I am getting I really want a Mazda 3, specifically the preferred trim because it has heated seats. I live in the Midwest. Dealership 101 here is, they tack on a lot of dealer add-ons. Now, the one thing that I'm prepared to do is tell them to remove it all. I don't want any of those dealer add-ons, and there's a difference between dealer add-ons and manufactured add-ons. Manufactured add-ons come with the sticker price. I guess it's better to learn how to walk away because I'm really nervous about getting duped, guys. Will curling my hair do nothing for the process? Absolutely. But actually, I was thinking about curling my hair because I don't know what it looks like anymore. One recommendation I do have, though, with buying cars is save up for a decent down payment. I'm pretty much putting practically half of the car's value on a down payment because I'm not paying a certain amount of money. I'm trying to aim for less than $300 a month for this car because, firstly, insurance is a pain in the ass. And the pain in my ass, don't disrespect me because I'm a woman and you think that I'm not going to know certain things. Don't give me fucking attitude. I'm the one giving you business. There's a couple promotional things going on, obviously end of year. Also, I do recommend, well, I don't know if I recommend it because, I'm going to experience the end of year buying a car process, but I don't know how, what to expect. It's December 27th, by the way. Another thing I'm nervous about is falling in love with the car and then getting anxiously attached to it. My mom mentioned, a couple months ago, she told me, I just want to order a car online. And now I get it, because why am I here being prepared to interact with someone I'll never see again? But I guess that's like the benefit, right? Is like knowing you'll never see them again. I have my down payment, I have my pay stubs in case I want to finance with the car dealership. I know that a lot of people say not to, but this APR, baby. I gotta shave my eyebrows. I'll be back. But yeah, I'm prepared to walk. I do have a little bit of panic if I walk. Scared that the end of the year deals will go away. But I'm like, at the same time, like, if you're desperate for a sale, you'll do anything. Concealer looks really f***ed right now, but I swear it doesn't look bad in the mirror. But yeah, I'm a little nervous. But I think once I go into it, I'm like, okay, it's not bad. Because I've never test driven the Mazda 3. And like, I am terrified I'm gonna hate it. And like, be like, oh my God, what do I do now? I'm going into like a territory that I'm not used to. I mean, I'm used to the car dealership industry, but I'm in service. I was in service. I always was on like the service side of things, or the customer service side of things. Like, yeah, there were some roles where I took down payments, like not nearly as crazy as what a salesperson does. They'll do anything for a check. If you're a salesperson at a car dealership, you know. I wish you all the sales, but I'm watching you. I didn't order a lot of things for buying a car because I feel like it's going to jinx it. And especially with the Mazda 3, I'm waiting until I get the car to like start ordering. But I did order license plate frames. I ordered license plate frames because they'll fit every car. So if the Mazda 3 doesn't work out, that's totally fine. I can use it on another car. You know how they put like their dealership name on the license plate frames? I don't want that, especially because I work at another car dealership. I'm like, we need to order that right away. So like, once I get the car, I can immediately take that off.
You might also be thinking to yourself, stupid idiot sandwich Kristen. Now, don't you work at a car dealership and can't you buy from them?
Correct!
I can buy from them. However, they don't sell Mazdas, which is quite unfortunate. But that's all I'm going to say on that matter, because I would have bought from the car dealership I obviously work at. But I want the Mazda 3. So,
I'll see you when we're on our way. Give me the keys. I'm gonna get ready to walk and kill myself right outside this car dealership if you don't give me the car. I will make a scene if you don't give me this car. I have a lot of down payment and a lot of money, and I'm ready to spend it to hit your quota. Listen, I know Garrett Watts. Imagine if I brought this. It's like that one meme, someone going to the store with a camera on their head. They're like, I'm not recording. And it's that photo. Okay, guys, we're going to debrief what happened today. I took all my makeup off and I'm just like over it. I have some written stuff on paper. So what we left off at from the last dealership, I'll say dealership A is the one that has that tacky ass packaging, and then dealership B, they didn't give me a good negotiation conversation, but I have a lot of leverage in different ways for each of them. Is I recorded the sticker price on that car, and I'm gonna try to insert it here without like doxing the location or the dealership. So the MSRP is $27.90, I believe. I asked both of the car dealerships for the invoice that they get when the car goes on the lot. Okay, so the thing that they gave me was like a little purchase agreement.
Here, some documents were prepared for you. I don't know what kind of documents.
What is that?
Looks like bullshit to me.
I really don't know what to expect, and I don't know what really is a good deal. So I'm going to come in, and I know I'm going to walk away from this, being like, okay, I have some sort of expectation to, if they're trying to swindle me, but I think one of the purchase agreements that I had, let me see, that was firstly done was for 32,000, and I was like, absolutely not. And like I was explaining to the salesperson, it's a nice car, but it's not worth more than 30 grand. And so he was like, okay, let me speak to my manager. And they, I'm pretty sure, I was joking about this with someone, I'm pretty sure they just go in a room and just like kind of like sit there and be like, okay, I think that's enough time to come back. I think they do talk to their managers. One of the things that were a huge red flag for me was they tacked on a $1,900 package. Hi, Editing Kristen here. This was the most recent purchase agreement I had at this car dealership, and I didn't take that $32,000, but just pretend that there's a 1 before the 9. Because it was literally $1,995 for a dealership add-on that they had told me is not coming off. And they already put whatever on the car, you know, all that stupid shit. But that's what they tried to tack on. And I was like, what's that? And they're like, oh, it's exclusive to the car dealership. We put on this veneer because the thin coating, and it's like guarantee. It's like kind of like a warranty. And I'm like, I don't want that. Like, can you take that off? And they're like, no. That $1,900 was also on the window too, but it wasn't a part of the actual window sticker. Anyway, we were arguing back and forth about this freaking package, and I'm like, I don't think that's worth it. They did this thing where they put the package pricing down from $1,900 to $900. So they got $1,000 off, and the sales price went down. I think the sales price started like 28 something, and then because I asked for the invoice and I was like, but what about this? They tacked the actual sales price of the car $26,900, very close to the invoice price. Okay, like we get out of the dealership, I have to think about things, and so we proceed to go to dealership B. I want to just see, you know, like how low they can get without me being like, well, I went to this dealership. And I think that's one mistake I felt like I made at dealership B, is bring up the first dealership. This car dealership in specific, very, very
good person. You can tell that the none of them have good intentions, but you can tell the salesperson is trying to be as honest as he can.
The thing that got me was he was a little bit more honest than the previous one, and dealership B didn't have any random packaging pricing on it.
Yeah, so I think that for dealership A, the bar was in hell. So maybe I was hyping this guy up because he was a little, I guess, less annoying than the first one, but still.
And like he was asking about monthly payments. And I was like, no, we need to talk about out the door pricing, not monthly. But the conversation went along like, can you get it down? And like the thing is with the window price, he printed out the window sticker for me. And like it lined up with the actual window sticker. Like it was really no manipulation tactic there. But the big tactic is the sales price that I had to negotiate. How do I negotiate that? Okay, what if I ask him for the invoice? The lowest they got for me, let me see. The lowest they had for me was $30,820.32, and then the sales price with this one is $27,700. There was an initial purchase agreement that had the sales price being $28,000 versus the amount financed is going to be $31,141.32. Now, from someone who just went to a car dealership and they got it down to $30,616, hell no. So I think the one mistake that I did was bring up and showed the paper to dealership B on what I got in writing for dealership A. Because of that packaging being on there, they tried to kind of explain to me, well, they're probably trying to combat the sales price we're pretty much telling you that the sales price is this. When you start giving me time to think, that's when you're kind of screwed for me, because I don't care anymore. I walked and I thanked my mom profusely because I knew she wanted me to buy a car today. I just feel like the next couple of days they'll call me back. I just I hate the car buying process. It's only been a few days, and I know that it takes months sometimes to go through. I know this is the impatient side of me, but I'm just so disappointed. The past day, I just keep on seeing posts of people getting cars. It makes me angry that I see it out and about. It's like the universe is laughing at me. Why can't I just get a car? I hate car dealerships. I hate them. I don't know. I'm feeling a bit grim today. The worst part is they're gonna call me at the worst timing too. Dealership C entered the chat, and they fucking gave me a price that has their stupid rebate, and I don't want the rebate, I want the APR. You can't stack the rebate from the dealership with the 1.9 APR promotion. Yeah, you guys keep on giving me great numbers, but when I turn around and finance and your APR is 6%, I think it's December 29th. Thought I'd do a little bit of an update. Dealership A never called me back. Dealership B keeps playing Ring Around the Rosie with me. Dealership C, they firstly gave me attitude, and secondly, the car that I want won't be in until after a certain date, which will be past the APR promo. It's January 2nd. I believe that tonight's the last night, and dealership B never followed up with me. So it just seems like dealerships don't want to sell cars. Isn't that crazy? I just wanted to tell you because I'm extremely upset. And I don't even want the car anymore. I thought I would share my raw reaction to the bullshit that is car dealerships. F them. It is January 3rd, and I wanted to update you guys on the car buying process. It's still hell on earth. Dealership D. I will be getting my car at Dealership D. So, okay, some backstory. I work at a car dealership. My coworker, amazing. I was crashing out about buying a car, and she proceeded to go on TrueCar.com. Okay, guys, editing Kristen here. Truly, you might be thinking to yourself, you should have probably reached out to any of your coworkers in the car dealership that you work at sooner, but I thought I could do it on my own. Thought I did my research enough, but I guess I didn't, because I never even saw anything about TrueCar.com. So, I live and I learn. Don't call me an idiot, also. Don't call me an idiot in the comments. I swear to God. She proceeded to reach out to a bunch of dealerships, and they reached out to me via text, and there's this one that had the best deal. A lady reached out to me, and I was like, oh my gosh, thank God. And the numbers were right. Everything that happened with my previous dealership experience and all the salesmen, a woman can do a little bit better. I'm going over there about 4:45 with my mom. Ironically enough, there's a problem with the family car that I drive. It's an amazing car. It drives like a beast, okay? But there's something wrong with it right now. So I'm happy to finally get a car and not have to. It's not me having to rely on people, but it's me almost burdening people, because I've been using my family's car, and my mom mainly uses that car, and I just feel so bad all the time, especially when I started my job. I don't know how long the process is going to take. I'll let you know. The next time you'll see me will be
walking in the car dealership and starting to sign and stuff. So thought I would share it. Bye, bitches.
On my Facebook. Oh, look at this.
It's 8:41. I'm driving my new car. I was gonna say it was 4:44. Kind of crazy. It took a while, but
Oh my God.
it's too much shit on my dash, but you know, whatever. Listen, I'm not really a religious person, but I do with the archangels. So, not gonna lie, they might kind of low key fall out, but you know, it's truly the I guess it's the principle of them. Check that shit out too. What do you think? Are you excited? My son needed to see that too. So yeah, I got the car and at a lower deal than any of those stupid dealerships that I went to in the first place. Couple things I recommend. Do your negotiations before you even get into the dealership, before they piss you off. If you are to do your negotiations at the dealership, make sure you pretend not to be interested. My coworker said a great tactic to use when they have a car that you like, but you choose a different one and like a cheaper option, and you're like, I don't know, I don't really like the color. Most likely they'll honor that. I haven't done that myself, but that's a really good tactic to do that. Ask for the invoice pricing. I feel like me asking for the invoice price and the invoice sheet was good leverage, I guess. But at the end of the day, the thing that worked was just texting, going on TrueCar.com and sending out a bunch of people that are in that. Oh, hello, son. Binkies, what do you think he's so confused why he's in a car. I don't know if you learned anything from this video, but what I can get with is if you're gonna go to car dealerships, there's like text them first. Also, they did honor the APR, so that was really, really nice. They told me, like this girl who I was texting told me that their current prices are the deal that I wanted. $400 less than a lot of these dealerships tried to screw me over. It was the most stressful situation I had in a while, and I don't recommend. And honestly, the last salesperson though that I dealt with, it kind of changed my experience to a more positive one. So the car dealership industry is very few and far between with good car dealers. So really, I can't really tell you anything else, but buy a car from the car vending machine. Are you good? Oh, he's making biscuits.